What's going on, guys? Ross Cooch here with another video today. First of all, I just want to say to you guys, hope everyone's being safe, everyone's being careful, social distance with this whole pandemic going on. You know, prayers go out to every one of you. It's been a while since I made a video. My apologies. No excuses, really. What happened was everything with this started going on. Sports started to close down right as I was going to do a video, so that video really didn't get to go up. Then I got a little sick. I didn't have the virus. I was just feeling a little under the weather for maybe like a week and a half. And then really I just been trying to see what's my next video to come out, and I was going to do one right after the draft. I decided not to. And then yesterday the Giants schedule came out, and I'm like, I definitely got to do the schedule, say what I think the record's going to be. But I'm like, I really do need to do a draft overview and, you know, talk about some of the free agents we got. So that's what today's going to be. Today's video is going to be a draft. I think the Giants had a very good draft, a very underrated draft for a lot of guys that they got. And for that, I'm very excited. We did add a lot of key pieces. It's not done yet, but let's talk about some of the key people we got. You know, James Bradberry obviously jumps off the page as the #1 guy we got in free agency this year. They did put Marcus Golden on that tender, but that doesn't mean he's a Giant this year. He's still open to go out and sign with anybody. I believe it's up until July 15th. So I really hope we can hold on to him. You know, he's a great player. I really like him as a pass rusher. We went out and got Blake Martinez and Connor Fackrell from the Packers. We got Dean Lewis from the Patriots, so that's just a few really to say. And also we got Leon Toilolo, the tight end, and Eric Tomlinson. So there's some others mixed in that I'm not naming, but I believe those are the main pieces we got right now. We got Cam Fleming as well for the O-line, so he's a good piece. So opening up to the draft, you know, we went into the draft. It was a very good draft, like I said. The first pick, the first round, 4th overall pick for us was offensive tackle Andrew Thomas out of Georgia. Very good pick. At first, I really thought they were going to go, you know, Wills or Wirfs. But after really seeing Andrew Thomas, the guy is near perfect, you know. No quarterback hits, no quarterback pressures in the whole season. You can't even say that about maybe 5 people in the NFL right now. So that's insane. So I'm very excited for him to get over there. I think he's a starter from day one. You know, you're a 4th overall pick in that year's draft. There's no reason why you're not a starter. So he's going to come in. He's going to make that O-line better. He's really going to help Barkley. And that's one thing in this draft that there's 2 things I could say in this draft that we addressed. Is defense. We addressed a lot of depth issues. And also the O-line, which is what Gettleman has said since day one that he was going to fix. So really like the pick. Really pleased with it. You know, it's just a safe, solid pick. You can't go wrong there. Now, 2nd round pick, 36 overall. This is by far my favorite pick of the draft. He's going to really just come in and put the most value as we take Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. This guy is going to come in from day one and have an impact. I put this on my Facebook right when we drafted this guy. I was so disappointed when we let Landon Collins go. He was my favorite player by a mile, and we literally just let him walk, got nothing in return. And you know, he was one of those dudes. He could literally be a Giant for life. You know, he came in there, he was a gamer, he played down in, down out. So now he's in Washington, but he was somebody. So when we drafted this guy, I said, that's Collins right there. Alabama, everything about Collins. This guy could be better than Collins, because I've seen his defense skills. I've seen his footwork. I've seen he gets interceptions, take it back to the house like he's a running back, like he's a wide receiver. So it's crazy. Like this guy and Peppers, I'm telling you right now, one of the best safety duels in the NFL this year. That's how high I am on this guy. So Xavier McKinney, cannot wait to see him play. Third round, 99th overall pick, we go at Matt Pear out of UConn. Excited about this pick as well. You know, some people question it. I'm optimistic. Like they said, it's not going to be a day one starter. He's going to be somebody, maybe he'll come in certain packages if they want to do certain things. But he's a guy, maybe a year development, he comes in and he can get the job done year 2. Come in and start. Or even he could come in this year if we have an injury and come in and, you know, insert himself. So I really do like the pick. New York born, he's a Bronx born kid, so really excited for Matt Peart to come in here. Now, the 4th overall pick, this is one of my favorites again. You know, McKinney's my favorite. This guy is the dark horse, a 4th round pick that, you know, people do speak highly of him, but they really don't talk about him like he could be a really impact guy. So Darnay Holmes in the 4th round. Absolutely love this pick out of UCLA. He played cornerback. They're saying slot corner. I think you can put him anywhere cornerback. He's a speedster. He's a little short for his position, but the dude could just get up there with anybody. So we're definitely I'm probably gonna use him at slot corner from day one. I mean, we got Bradbury, and then we're gonna have Baker. This is really a trial year because I think Baker last year really got burned on a lot of stuff. So let's see how Baker does. If Baker's not doing well, maybe they could swap him and put Baker in the slot. But I really do like this pick. I really like it a lot. So our 5th round pick, number 110 overall, we go with guard Shane Lemieux out of Oregon. Now, Gettleman has said and Joe Judge has said that they're going to move this guy. They want to move him to center. And I seen yesterday that John Halapio is still rehabbing from that injury. You know, he was a good player. Let's see if he comes back. I don't know if he's going to come back or not, but let's see if he does. If not, it looks like this guy could end up starting week 1 if they have him trained for center. So that would be really cool. Now in the 6th round, let me just see what pick this is. 6th round, number 183. We go with Cam Brown out of Penn State, former teammate of Saquon Barkley. You know, we're getting into those later rounds, so it's like, oh, is he a special teams guy? Can he make the team? Is he going to play that position? But this is one pick, you know, I see this guy making the team as a linebacker, really. He was a great player in college. He had a couple games where he had 10-plus tackles in the game, some hits for loss. So I really see this guy just adding somebody into our linebacker room, just putting more depth there. And let's see, you know, he's probably going to see, I wouldn't be surprised if he sees some games this year. So don't sleep on this guy. It's a really good pick. I'm really pleased with it. Now, 7th round, we had 4 7th round picks. Now, you guys are going to hear what I have to say about this. So, the first 7th rounder, pick number 218, is Connor Coughlin out of Minnesota, another linebacker. You know, I wasn't sure about this guy when he first got drafted. I'm like, oh, is he a special teamer? But everybody's saying this guy has good get off. He can really pass rush as a linebacker. So this could be somebody that makes the team. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but could be somebody to make an impact as a 7th round pick. You know, I'm saying right now, out of all these picks, 2 out of the 4 will make the main roster. Maybe 1 won't make the team. 1 will probably be practice squad. But let's see. Now our second in the 7th round, pick number 238, TJ Brunson, linebacker, South Carolina. This is the one guy, I'm really not sure. I mean, I think he's one of the ones that will make the practice squad. Yeah, he'll probably make the practice squad. I mean, not too bad a player, 7th round pick, that's what's going to happen, you know? Now, 3rd, 7th round pick number 247, Chris Williamson, cornerback, Minnesota. You know, this is the one guy I'm like, he probably won't make the team. He'll probably get cut, you know, all the best for him, but a lot of plays where you see this guy get beat against people. And I don't know. Now our last pick ends up being Mr. Irrelevant out of Georgia, Tay Crowder, linebacker. Now I really like this pick again. We didn't go with any defensive line guys, but I guess because we're going to be playing the 3-4, so they want to pick linebackers and thinking like if we put these guys in the box, because really we have our 3 guys. We have 4 guys that can do the line. 3 of them are going to go in there. One, maybe we'll play linebacker, like the 4th spot, or he'll just mix in. We got Tomlinson, the nose tackle, the 2 ends, Leonard Williams, and who's our other tackle? Right, Tomlinson, Leonard Williams, I think BJ Hill. Maybe there's one more person that I'm missing. So these guys are just come in the mix and go. So like I said, I think this guy, Tay Crowder, can add to our linebacker depth, and definitely Connor Coughlin, and maybe Brunson can make the practice squad. So we did go out. We ended up signing 14 undrafted free agents, and they didn't really wait a long time. The draft ended within 30 minutes. You found out that they went and got 4 wide receivers. They went out and got 4 wide receivers. 3 of these guys I really like. The other one, it's just he didn't put up like a lot of crazy numbers in college, So the biggest one, for me, the guy that's going to make the main roster, this guy, if he has a good camp, and if they can see it in him, he could be the number 2 receiver. I'm being dead serious. This guy right here, I don't know how he didn't get drafted. He just really got unseen. Is one of the 2 Ohio State receivers that we went out and got. We got Benjamin Victor. Now, the year before he came out, he had a better year. He was on fire. This guy is a great receiver. I think he's 6'3". He's just phenomenal. Still had a decent year last year. I think he had like 680 something yards receiving. So he still did well. So I think he's definitely going to make the main roster. I would be really surprised if he doesn't. Then we go out and get his teammate, another accomplished receiver, Austin Mack. Like this guy as well. And I don't see how this guy doesn't make at least the main roster. Then we go out and get this Canadian, he could be a wide receiver, tight end, throw him in. Rising John, the guy is 6'7". Reminds me of a Ramses Barden. I don't know if you remember Ramses Barden was 6'6". He had his spots, but he just wasn't a guy who had longevity. So this guy, Rising John, out of Canada, numbers weren't glowing. I think his best year, he had 500 yards receiving. But this is a guy this year, just use him as a red zone threat. Throw it up there. Put him in sometimes. Just use him the right way. He's probably not going to be somebody that can go out and get you 1,000 yard receiving. But he's a great player. And then finally, we go out and get Derek Dillon. They got this guy because he ran a crazy 40 time. He ran like a 4.28. But wasn't like a big time person at LSU. But hey, that's why you get these guys. Sometimes college and the pros are totally different. They can come in the pros and just light it up and be like, who was this guy in college? So, and then one other guy they got was another running back out of Minnesota, Javon Leak. I feel like I seen a player from Minnesota, or I'm sorry, he was from Maryland. My mistake. We got so many Minnesota guys. Maryland, my apologies. He rushed for 702 yards last year. And I was like, didn't I see like a starting running back out of Maryland go? So I'm really not sure. I feel like I did. But even if he was a second back, he had 102 carries, 702 yards, 7.2 yards a rush, which I know, college, you play some chippy defenses, but that's good. So I'm excited. We're gonna our running back room is crazy. We have Barkley. I guess it's gonna be between Dion Lewis and Gallman, who's gonna be number 2. I think we could really have a nice 3-headed attack. I mean, obviously Barkley should get at least 70% of the load, but Gallman and Lewis, man. And then you add this guy to the mix. We got Elijah Penny, but he's probably more of a fullback kind of type. But come on, look at that. That's one thing that happened last year. Barkley went down. Gallman came out. He had a good half of football, and then the guy got hurt. So I'm like, damn, man. So that's why they added those running backs. So it's going to be nice to see. We go out and get Cooper Rush from Dallas. You know, I looked at his career. It looks like he was pretty good stats back at Central Michigan. He was on the Cowboys. Didn't really get to see the field. But that's nice. I mean, we do need somebody because, remember, no Eli. So if Jones goes down, we need somebody decent. So right now our backup is Colt McCoy. And hey, let's see what happens this year. So the Giants schedule came out. I'm going to be putting up another video tomorrow. It is morning right now, but by the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be almost 6 o'clock at night. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Tomorrow I'm going to do a full review of the schedule. I'll give a little hint. I'm just really excited about this year. And I think this team can make the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. There's 7 seeds on each side. Why can't we make the playoffs, guys? We could be good. The defense is improved. I think we're going to be really, really good this year. I'm excited. You know, as much as I want sports to get back, I want our country to recover in the right way. I don't want us to just go back to normal and then have to jump back into something else. So let's get better as a country, guys. I'm putting up a video tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody be safe. God bless everyone's family. And I'll see you tomorrow.